Well, good morning. It's Randy T-Bird out here in sunny Arizona on a brisk Sunday morning. We had a storm front blow through last night. A few sprinkles, a little bit of lightning, but nothing dramatic. But it left it a lot cooler today than it has been. Another beautiful day, though. Tried to get out for a couple hours this afternoon. Well, it's actually like 11:30. Anyway, nice puffy clouds, remnants of that storm that blew through. Out here riding my new Streetbob. Enjoying that. I did a little walk around video with it yesterday. If you follow my channel, you've seen that. There's a couple things I did not address. Specifically, I was asked how I like the digital dash. Well, I didn't think I would, but you know, it's very clear. It's easy to read. It's compact, and it puts the it's out in front of you. Put your eyes where they belong, you know, and over the road, paying attention. I like that. So that worked out pretty good for me. So addressing that. Been following the interweb, as people like to call it. Looks like Indian has released a few new models, actually several new models of the Chief, where they have finally downsized that frame and the general motor, the general architecture of the bike. And I gotta admit, I like it a lot. I don't know how heavy it is. My guess is it's going to be in the same range as, oh, I don't know, probably around 700 pounds, maybe even more, depending on how much stuff you put on it. I think the base one might be similar to a Dyna. I always thought that an Indian built something like that, they would garner some more sales. We'll see. There's people that expected the Challenger to be a big hit, and I don't know what their sales numbers are, but I don't see that many of them. I do see a lot of Chiefs and some Scouts, but I've never found the Scout to be a bike that fits me. I've sat on a few of them, and it just feels odd to me. But I'm not in the market for a new bike because I just got one. But I am interested in all things motorcycle, and the new Chiefs look pretty good from what the stuff I've seen on the web. There's a lot of people have put their opinions out there. Well, my opinion is, let's wait and see what it looks like in the metal. I don't think it's actually out yet, and we'll see how the aftermarket takes to it, because we all like to do things to our motorcycles, make them more ours. I apologize for that. Still got some remnants of the illness. Pretty nice day, probably in the low 60s right now, maybe even the high 50s. It's good leather jacket weather. I definitely feel not having the windshield, but it's not unbearable. It's pretty good. Let me see if I can sprint past these guys. 114's got so much torque, you just don't have to rev it. A little blast to 3,000 RPM and without even a quarter throttle, and just gets past the traffic. Another thing that about this 114 is that I have never felt a transmission on a Harley-Davidson that shifted as well as this one does. I'm pretty amazed at how slick it shifts. It doesn't clank, it doesn't bang. Of course, it does make a little bit of clank sometimes when you put it into gear, especially if you haven't warmed it up first. But it shifts really well, finds neutral well. My Heritage never was good at getting into neutral. It was kind of annoying. The dealer adjusted the clutch, and it didn't really make any difference whatsoever. So maybe, I don't know if it's just, if they've done some work on tolerances, or Maybe it's the extra long shifter that's on these mid controls for the Softail. I don't know, but it sure does shift well. I'm very, very pleased with that here in the early running. Mountains look great today. Supposed to get some rain in first of the week, I'm told, and then it's going to get good again. But we're getting into third week of February now, and anytime now it'll start getting warmer. The month of March is very pleasant around here generally. April, you can get 100 degrees anytime in April, but the mornings are still nice. And in May is when you get the blast furnace, sometime around the end of May. Last year it came early and stayed a long time. That was frustrating. It was a really, really long, hot summer last year, but one of the advantages of that is I get up real early in the morning and go out for a ride, and miss most of the traffic, and the air is still pretty nice all the way in through June. You get July and August and it gets kind of hot, but early in the morning it's tolerable, and you can go north and get away from the heat. The downside to that is you have to come back to it, and usually at the hottest part of the day. So maybe I'll do some overnighters, come back early in the morning. That's always worked out well for me. Still breaking in the new bike. Got a couple 100 miles on it this week, since I got it last week, and just breaking her in, and well, I can tell this is going to be a good one. She really likes to run. Did some more tinkering yesterday afternoon. I had some LED lights that running lights, turn signals for the front that I had, pro beams that I had removed from the Heritage before I traded in, and I put those in yesterday, and those are pretty cool. Gives me a little bit more light in the front as it has the smaller headlight. There's a million things that I want to do to this bike, and they're just going to have to wait for the money to arrive. And you know, got some other things to pay for in life as well. So I thought about going out on the quad today, but I've still got a mess in the backyard. They're painting the house, and my trailer is full of stuff and covered up, so I just figure I'll wait another week or so. And then we're going to do some camping this summer and take it up there into the mountains, which should be a lot of fun. Sometimes camping can get a little monotonous. You sit around. Well, you know, it can be relaxing, but sometimes you just get a little bored, and I'm thinking that having the quad, doing a little exploring up in the forest would be a lot of fun. So that's in the plans for this year. What are you guys' plans for the 2021? I know it didn't really start out all that special. The things are still going on. We had all the political turmoil and stuff, but hopefully we'll get past that now and get back to life, and hopefully the vaccination program will help, and you know, and that's all I'm going to say about that. If you want to discuss that, I'm not going to reply. It is what it is. You believe what you believe, and that's cool. And everybody has the right for their own opinion. I can't get signed up for it for some reason, so we'll try that again later. Anyway, the desert's looking good. Getting green. Had a little bit of rain goes a long way out here to green things up. Other than that midsummer, late summer yellow that you see in some of my past videos. So, any of you out there get a new Streetbob? Other than Tony Cox, I saw his. Looks like he's going with the big motor, you know, hot rod things. I'm going to stay with the 114. Probably go stage 1 down the line. You actually just putting pipes on it is pretty much stage 1 because it already has the high flow air cleaner. The S models all have that. So at most, probably put a K&N filter in it and keep the motor reliability where it needs to be. As a video that I put out here a while back, it's just there's a formula with horsepower goes up, reliability goes down to a point, and if you're making a radical motor, especially out here where it's super hot, that can really reduce the life of your motor. I know friends that got hot rod bikes and they do not last as long as the stock ones. But you know what? I like a bike that's quick. I like the bike that's torquey, and I can live with the power that this bike has. It's pretty awesome. I've had sport bikes in the past and were crazy fast, and that was fun too, but that was another time of my life. And for all those of you that ride sport bikes, good on you. That's a ton of fun. Riding around town, all I do is square it off my tires, and didn't really able to get, there's not a whole lot of twisty turns here in the Phoenix area. You got to go up to the mountains, which is all good too. Anyway, I digress. Love the way the clouds look against the mountains. Still got some snow up there on the higher peaks. I think that was from the storm here last week. Beautiful day, beautiful day. Well, if any of you guys have got a Streetbob, feel free to share. You know, feel free to follow. You know, I do enjoy chatting with you folks. Anyway, I'm going to stop for gas here. This is Randy Tieber out here in sunny Arizona. Don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. I appreciate it. And you guys take it easy. We'll see you next time.